right. October, day 22. Mm, it's been it's been interesting to say the least.
Yes.
But we're here. So up on the panel, we got Miss Yolanda, we got Miss Tina Mo, and we got Miss Melinda. But we're
Hello.
here. So up on the panel, got thank you for that, because that feedback was nasty. But yeah, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I try to keep the topics very thought provoking. So tonight the topic is emotional elephants, the weight of unresolved issues. Now we got Epi Pool joining us on the panel. What's up, Epi?
Hey, boo.
All right. Um,
Hey, Epi.
Epi made it a silent stream, so that's what it is.
It is well.
Let me shout out everybody in the chat. Dr. Ninja Turtle was here early. Um, I ain't gonna butcher your name. I'm sorry. I forgot again. I'm sorry. We got Queen's Alchemy in the building. Epi can't hear. Okay. She said it 4 times. Nah. Y'all know how it is with StreamYard. It's all good though. We here. So let's get into these talking points.
Let's get it.
So first talking point is we carry unspoken truths like emotional baggage. The longer we wait, the heavier it becomes. Emotional denial leads to silent tension. Pretending everything's fine only numbs the truth. Carrying pain quietly doesn't make you strong. It makes you stuck. Mm, mm.
Ooh, that
Man.
is so true.
It is.
As it pertains to um the unspoken truths. And
Right.
it's mainly the thing that has us sometimes with a chip on our shoulder. It sometimes has us in different mental spaces as it pertains to not really being able to focus. Because we're carrying so much mentally and emotionally. Um, and it affects our relationships in a
Mm,
major way.
yep. Yep. Everybody speaking. Shout out to you, Mike. I see you in the chat.
Hey, Micah.
But yeah, I think I can't speak for everybody, obviously, but I know at least with me, I just I do tend to not speak on certain things, and I'll just be like, okay, um, it'll go away, and then as soon as like whoever caused this emotional stir up with me when they resurface, even though they might be in better intentions or a thought process, I'm like, it triggers me like really bad immediately. Like, what do you want? Leave me alone.
Yeah, I totally get
And
it.
I definitely know that I have to work on that. And when someone does like reappear out of nowhere or they just try to re-enter my life, I'm just like, yeah, all that baggage. Now I'm swinging the baggage back at you. Like, okay, well, you remember you did this and this and this and this and this. I have to work on that.
Mm-hmm.
Honest moment.
When we are hurt by their excess baggage, like you
Hmm.
said, we tend to throw it back at them.
Hmm.
But who winning? Who's going to be on top?
Me.
So I am so I am learning to let it fly. I'm learning to, because if I continue to harbor
that anger, or I ain't, it's not getting me anywhere.
Right. Excuse me, y'all. I saw Lisa J in the building.
Hey,
Uh,
Lisa.
Sister Danielle was in the building. We was just talking some smack about. No, we wasn't talking smack. We was talking about you though. Precious is in the building. Real
Hey, Fred.
Eyes in the building. Kiss from Jay in the building. Okay, y'all showing out.
Welcome in, everybody.
Y'all
Hey,
showing
Hello
out.
to
Hey,
everybody on the
Ebony.
panel.
What's up,
Hello, hello.
What's going on? I can hear now. Yeah, I had to turn my volume up.
Oh man, Epi.
Ebony?
It's all good. I can't even be mad. I had issues yesterday, so we good. Um, so what I was gonna say is, yeah, like that's very true. Like to not harbor any of the baggage. I do tend to bury things, and it's like just leave it buried. Leave me alone. Don't bother me, and I'm good. How the dogs they kick the dirt up over whatever they buried, and now I'm on about my merry way. And now it's like, you coming back? Like, what do you want? Like, why? I thought you was good with it. Like, leave me alone.
I understand.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing though, how you said, I'm good, we passed that, and then it comes back again. If you throw it in the back of your head, it's never really gone. It's still there. So that
Yeah.
trigger when that person comes back around, or that issue, that topic comes back up, you're gonna go right back to those feelings that you had when you were in that situation. Or when that person shows up, you're gonna feel all those feelings that was back then. It's gonna come right back flooding to the front of your head.
Hmm.
Yeah, for
Yep,
real.
Absolutely.
yep. And so that, yeah, you're right. And that's actually a hindrance to our growth process or everything that we've worked, for towards moving forward from it. And now it's like all of that work is now null and void because this person put you right back in that same mental space, however long it is later.
Hmm. Hmm. Danielle made a good point. How we're burying things, they're still there. Things
Mm,
must be processed, not pressed down.
That's so
That's
true.
fact. That is so fact. Because we keep piling and pressing it down. It's going to be to a point where what did we discuss yesterday? Implode or explode. It's going
right.
to come back out. It's going to come out at you. It's
Exactly.
some way.
Mhm.
Exactly. And then you might not want to be around when that person explodes.
That part, because you
Yeah.
might be a casualty of that, and yeah.
So true.
Yeah. Wow.
Hmm.
Uh,
I think a
Oh,
lot of times we overlook how weighty things are
Hmm.
when it comes to how we actually feel. I think sometimes what gets in the way is being willing to acknowledge that something hit you in the first place.
mhm.
Because sometimes it can make a person feel like that person is going to think I'm weak, or I'm going to look weak if I sit here and act like I'm belly aching over something somebody said to me or something that someone did to me. And therefore, because we're so willing to um, cover ourselves as it pertains to our image and present an image, which is something we touched on last night. Whenever
Mhm.
we're willing to present the image rather than deal with the issue, a lot of times we'll carry emotional weight, we'll carry emotional baggage because we never dealt with it, not head on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um. So Danielle said, "Buried things are still there. Things must be processed, not pressed down."
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
that's
What's
real.
going on, everybody? How's
Real
everybody on the
eyes
panel
in the
doing?
Ooh,
panel.
I mean,
Real eyes.
What's going on?
How
Hey,
y'all doing?
we
hello,
doing good.
real. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Tina? With your lovely voice.
It's so good to see you.
So good to see you too, beloved.
Did you hear what you beloved? Okay.
No, this is my kind of subject right here because it's like, well, I'm not going to be extra long on this, but I'm a big progenitor of people, right? If your mind and your mentality is not powerful enough to easily just phase it out and get it out and just let it filter through you, a lot of people are I don't know if you want to call them empaths or emotional and caring beings and work more towards the side of nature. I keep telling people this, like, a lot of people are getting tricked, right?
Mhm.
You have to say something about the subject, because if somebody does something to you, says something to you to a point where it stains your soul,
Mhm.
you have to process that out. Otherwise, you've been taught to, oh, turn the other cheek. That only works if you are powerful enough to eliminate that out your system.
Mhm.
You got to make right with yourself by being able to say something. That means saying sorry to yourself. Like, you know what? Because your mind will then tell you, oh, you know what? Let me say sorry to these people. No, stop saying sorry to these people because you ain't do nothing. Say sorry to yourself and be willing enough to stand on your own 2 feet to be able to say something about the situation to the
Mhm.
person. Because when this stuff goes unchecked, all that does is enable this person to keep doing it to you or to somebody else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
And then when you hold on to it, it becomes a trauma. So I'm just like, then I started thinking to myself, and then I started doing the work on things. I'm like, you know what? People should start saying things. And if we brought back like shame, none of this stuff would be happening. Like if we shame people for the wrongdoings that they did to people, because mind you, these people will do these things to certain people,
Mhm.
and it's like they know who to attack. Not that people are weak, but sometimes they know that other people won't. Oh, we're not going to go that way, and then it's like they're building up power. So now you're like, oh, this person's allowed to do it here, 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 and here, and then it turns into like trauma.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then be like, no, no, like I'm not sorry. Like I'm sorry, I made friends with an idiot. I'm sorry that you're a dumbass. I'm sorry that I'm delicious and you have bad taste. I'm sorry that I'm a 3-course meal and your greed caused you to want more. Like seriously, shoot.
Yeah.
Say that.
So
Dang,
let me
bro.
calm down.
Nah,
Somebody else.
you spin that fire, bro.
No, you good.
Cause it's like don't let people do that to y'all. Like stop being doormats. Cause that's how people feed off people. They know that their trauma is gonna build, and a lot of it's projection. They'll
Yep.
project onto you
Mhm.
what I call it super envy. And it's like people can have more than you, but if they don't like something about you because you possess that, it's like they're gonna cause a trauma to try to pierce you. And it's just like, no, say something there, because then it's just like they were man enough or woman enough or beastly enough to hurt your feelings.
Mhm.
Okay, now I'm gonna say my piece, but don't be afraid of hurting their feelings. They're just afraid of you telling the truth. That's it.
Mm.
Say something. God gave you a voice, use it.
So true.
Absolutely.
You know,
Oof.
sometimes we don't say anything because one, we don't want to hurt folks' feelings, or two, we don't want to look like we're that bad person, or three, we are just trying to be a people pleaser. So we got to be careful.
But most
Mhm.
people are mindful of your feelings. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah.
It's like those are
Absolutely.
people that can tell you, call themselves telling you everything that they need to tell you about uh yourself, but when you switch it and God give them back to them, all of a sudden they're offended, and it's, oh, I thought you were a child of God, and oh, I thought you were
Come
like
on
this,
now.
I thought you were
Right.
like that. That's foolishness. That's manipulation, because they're trying to
Yes.
hide behind what they were deflecting on top of all of that. That's crazy.
Right. Dang.
Hiding behind the word.
Yeah. That's the first thing they want to say. I thought you were a child of God.
No, see, y'all have to be careful of that because once you start to put that notion on Front Street that you are a child of God or I'm trying to follow a good path, them things, them spirits and demons, whatever you want to call these people, they're gonna come out the woodworks and they will purposely do things to push your buttons to try
Mhm.
to embarrass you.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
for
That's what they
sure.
do.
Mm, mhm.
And and
I
then when you say something, you ain't no child of God. Look at you and blah, 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 that's demon. Well, what you think you was doing? You old heathen, you hypocrite,
Yep.
Pharisee. It's like, please, Effa. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
sometimes
because I.
some mm,
Yeah.
sometimes there are things there are sometimes there are people that misrepresent the thing that they're labeled as.
Mm-hmm.
With that
Mm.
being the case, people have certain expectations when it comes to certain labels.
Speak on it.
I don't know anyone that expects the CEO or the owner of Starbucks to be somewhere serving drinks. I don't expect for, well, he's gone now, but Sam Walton to be a cashier. And so when you have certain positions, people have certain expectations of you. Anytime a person is outside of that element, they begin to wonder or question who that person is or what they're presenting to a person.
Right.
Because anybody that will see Sam Walton, and he gone on to where he went, anyone that would look at Sam Walton as a cashier wouldn't expect him to be a cashier all day long for the next 12, 24 hours or what have you.
Right.
On the other hand, you have the thing where we don't know what he may be demonstrating in that moment by
Mm.
attempting to help or be a representative of some sort by doing what he's doing. So a lot of times I feel like some people like to look at people as if you don't fit this particular category, or if I see you outside of what I know you to be, you must not be the CEO, or you must not be a Christian, or you
Right.
must not be a whatever that
Say
title is.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing about that is, though, is that people can make mistakes. People aren't perfect. And with
Right.
exactly.
that being said, the CEO might cuss you out too.
Exactly. That
You know
part.
what I'm saying? The and
See,
that's the thing
Danielle.
about, oh, you the one, you own everything. How come you ain't giving away half of the store? No, because he there to make money. You
Exactly.
know. Well, since you make all this money, you should be able to give to the poor. And what if he did? But what if he didn't give to your organization?
Right.
Right.
And so I think about things like that. I'm like, everybody wants to look at everything
Mhm.
as if everything is black and white. When the truth of the matter is, you have people that are misrepresenting things. And
Yes.
on the other hand, you have people that have their magnifying glass out on people who are just peopling.
Yup.
Right.
Come on now.
That's
Come
true.
on.
That is so
Yeah.
true. I feel
Just
like we
people.
also have to make sure not to put people on this pedestal. A lot of times people choose to put people on pedestals, like, especially in the church. It happens a lot. You may think because this person is an apostle or a pastor or a deacon that, oh, they're not supposed to be doing this, they're not supposed to be doing that, and we put them on this pedestal that when they're being human and they may fall and do something they're not supposed to be doing, then we're like, oh my goodness, apostle so and so and deacon so and so did this, and they're human at the end of the day. Nobody's
Mm-hmm.
perfect but God. You have to remember that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I now I agree with you on that, and good point, Danielle. I see you and Hey Brit fam. But the only thing that I don't like about situations like that is when the now I do so what I do is I expect the worst, but I hope for the best, like inside situations like that, right? But
Yeah.
it's those people who present themselves as like holier than thou, blameless. I wouldn't do that, and I'm sanctified, and God told me, and I'm just like, okay. And then you no seriously, and then it's like, okay, you're telling me this, and it's like, well, you know that you might mess. I ain't gonna sin. I ain't gonna do this. I'm like, okay. And then they go and do something crazy anyway. It's
Mhm.
when they present themselves before the people, before the sheep, as blameless.
Yeah,
That's what I don't like. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? Like,
right.
because
stop
you
trying to
that's
present this perfect image when you could just be like, you know what? I do have room to mess up, because even though, yes, you might be working for God, sometimes you might have your carnal side will push through, because sometimes we contend with our own flesh. So let it
Mhm.
be known.
Right.
You know, just don't no.
My problem is people have a tendency to pick and choose what they will accept and what they won't accept from people.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
Mm,
yes, we can be just as well aware that whoever it is that's presented themselves in whatever way is not perfect. This is something we already know. There's
right.
nothing that anybody can say that would convince us that they are perfect.
That
With
part.
that being the case, there's this thing of folks let who they want to get away with stuff get
yes,
away with stuff.
yes,
And then they
yes.
judge other people for doing the same thing in other arenas or on the same level or what have you. And
Right?
so, because sometimes people will say, "Oh, well, that person is immature." But then you look at the older person, I'm like, that's still immaturity if they're doing the same thing as the person that was 20, if they 75 and doing it. It still represents
Thank,
immaturity. But
thank
instead of people
you,
looking
Tina.
at it in that fashion, they say, "Oh, you old, you supposed to know better. Oh, they
Yeah, no, because
young." So, they
right.
gonna grow at it after a while. And it's like sometimes we
Mhm.
have to take off those glasses as a pretend as it pertains to looking at people as if we're all a monolith and we all fit into one category and everybody likes everybody and everybody dislikes everybody together. That's
No,
Mhm.
not the
come on.
case.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, and I've experienced certain things. Like, people can't really say, "Oh, I did anything bad," but I saw certain parts where I guess it could just be jealousy. Who knows? And I could
Mhm.
care anything about certain things on this app. This is why I don't go on all the time. This is why I don't care. Like, sometimes I'll turn off my super chat. I really just enjoy helping people. So then
Right.
somebody will point the finger at me, and it's like, "Oh well, you did something to me." And then I respond by saying something, but I'm not allowed to say something. And it's like, "Oh, you should turn the other cheek." And I'm like, "But what about what this person did, who's supposed to be this and that and
Right.
so well established and high up?" And then I say something, and they're like, "Oh, well," and I'm just like, this person or these people are older than me doing this mess, and I respond, but yet the finger's pointing at me, and I'm just like, "But you got me by like 5, 6, 7 years," and and it's just the hypocrisy of things. And then it's just like, when someone does it, and I know I see that all across this app, even in real life, when one person does it, like she said, it's just like, this person will be demonized. "Oh, it's demons and blah 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 and Satan." But then if that person does it, "Well, we all make mistakes and we're only human," and it's like, shut up, stupid.
Yeah.
I have learned to just make sure I'm keeping my character in check and I'm in control of myself, because I can't worry about anybody else or what they're doing and who's doing what, because that takes too much time and energy, and I've learned to let God handle things.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You,
Right.
you you
I
right?
just know when it comes to Christianity, you have a whole lot of people that have our magnifying glasses, and then you
Yes.
have a whole lot of people that want to throw all the magnifying glasses away. You have
Yeah.
other religions
Yes.
that are a lot more strict, that have a lot more discipline as a whole. But at
Right.
the same time, there are some areas where it's not as strict, and you just don't know it because you're not a part of it. And so, a
Right.
lot of times, people can look at what somebody else got going on and what somebody else is doing, and equate that to whatever they want to equate it to. When in fact, when it as it pertains to the Bible, you have to work out your own soul salvation with fear and trembling.
Exactly.
Right, right. And then you look at these people, and then you really look at the situation and realize, like, you're the one really, really trying to help people and out in real life, really helping people, doing things, helping organizations, helping people, helping homeless. And then these other people that claim it's like in real life, they're just being a freaking the epitome of like, never mind. Mm-mm. It just baffles me, and I just want people to be able to speak up on situations because certain times you not knowing certain things that sometimes people have cognitive dissonance, y'all, where it's
Mm,
like just because one person will say this about a person, people will like believe it. They'll just believe it. And that's
right.
why I'm a proponent of people sometimes speaking up for themselves because how do you know that your brand or you as a person or your morals or like your channel is being like tarnished because somebody's speaking up? How you going to turn the other cheek on that one? Because we got some people out there that's like, well, this person ain't saying that they must be guilty. Then if you do say something, well, you shouldn't have responded to it. It's like,
You're right. Ladies, I thought talk about some fam clue. Now just
Hmm.
shout out to everybody that's joining in the chat. I see y'all. I know I didn't acknowledge everybody, but I see y'all. Thank y'all for joining. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you, Auntie.
We got questions, right? So, question for everybody that's watching: what's one emotional elephant you've had to face recently? Mm.
blue. I mean,
Ooh, no, you didn't.
I did not mean for that to come out as I was thinking too hard.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Next person to answer this question.
oh man.
Um, vulnerability sucks sometimes,
Yeah.
Yep.
and sometimes people can see your vulnerability and count it as that person is being a know-it-all. That
Yes.
person is um has a perfect answer for everything.
Hmm.
You have to deal with some people's attitudes. You
Yep.
have to deal with people's judgment as it pertains to vulnerability.
Right.
Um, and be willing to take it on head on and still continue to be as transparent as possible.
Mm. Me is to saying no without feeling guilty about it. No matter what it is. Maybe somebody tried to give you something that you definitely didn't like. You mentioned it to them, and then they tried to make you feel guilty about it. So
Right.
mine is just saying, hey, I said I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate what you did. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And instead of trying to retract to make the other person feel somewhat better, even though you were honest with them. So that's
Right.
something I have to constantly work on and just saying, hey, I said what I said, respect it, and that's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
I can side with Danielle in admitting that my rejection issues show up on the regular. Now I
Mm.
know folks
Right.
always have a tendency to act like, oh, I ain't never had to deal with abandonment. I've never had to deal with rejection.
Yes, I
And if
have.
somebody don't like me, I let it roll off my back like water off a duck's back. You know what I'm saying?
I don't.
But it's not true.
Yeah.
Especially not in these spaces. Now,
Hmm.
true enough, with a bunch of strangers, sometimes it's easier in some regards to be able to dismiss it.
Hmm.
And sometimes it's not.
Hmm.
Right.
And when it does hit you, when something does come across that I'm like, I was a little bit more open than normal, and somebody took what I said and ran with it, or somebody took what I said and twisted it, or somebody took what I said
Mm.
and had the wrong attitude about what I said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
Yeah.
saying? All of those things can still affect you.
Right.
And so
Hmm.
now and then have to leave the conversation because it's over once it go on the panel somewhere, it's on YouTube, it's in the ether somewhere where everybody can see you have your vulnerable moment. And then when it's all over, I got to deal with should I have said that?
Mm.
Should I have
Mm,
added something to that to give clarity on the thing that I said the last time?
Right.
Because
That's
I felt like somebody was going to take what I said out of context.
Right.
Yeah, I had
Right.
to deal with all that. Hmm.
right, right. Great panel and great everybody inside down inside the chat. This is very awesome.
Yes, it is.
Yes, this is dope though. You know, these is issues that we need to talk about more.
For
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Yeah, 'cause I ain't wearing a cape
Mhm.
for you. I ain't gonna say all that, but I'm not wearing no cape. I'm not, because it's one of those things of when you try to present yourself like a superhero, folks try to pull out the kryptonite.
Oh
They
yeah.
Mhm.
People
they
try to do everything
Ooh,
they can to
child.
try to break you down
yes,
Mm-hmm.
just
they
to
do.
see how much you can handle or
Mhm.
see how much it'll take to break you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Or
Yes.
sometimes they do that just to say, "See, I told you."
Yep. Hmm.
That
Yeah.
right there.
And
Ooh,
meanwhile, they're the ones sitting there praying for somebody to help them. And when that person comes along, I'm gonna break and try to tear you down.
yep.
Mm.
Hmm.
Messy, messy, messy.
And then that person that you try to get over on or break them down, that's the person that you gonna need.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Uh, y-
oh well,
Yup, and be behind the
I'm
scenes trying to, I need your help, and
I'm
blah
I'm
blah
a,
blah.
I'm gonna use Yolanda's phrase. Oh, I thought you was a child of God.
Yup, yup, yup.
But you forget, I'm human, baby. I'm human. I got feelings just like you.
That part. That part.
That's
Man. Ooh, I like this. I like this topic. This is
Yeah,
this is
it's a
great.
good, it's good for sure.
Pick the good one, my brother.
me three.
Yeah.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Oh,
You right over there?
yeah, that sounded crazy.
Sorry.
So cool.
Nah, we just messing with you. You know it's all good.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. So pretending something isn't there doesn't make it disappear. Avoidance is temporary comfort that causes long-term peace. Em- Yeah, energy doesn't lie. Unspoken issues show in our behavior. Denial breeds distance, even when you're physically close. Facing the issue is the only way to dissolve it. Mm.
Yeah, definitely. I feel
Ooh, wee.
Well, I reckon I got to put on my backpack and take this journey too.
Mhm.
Go and put
Yeah.
that cape
Pretending,
on, Tina.
pretending that you do not have any insecurity
Mm.
does not mean that you
Mm,
don't possess any.
Mm.
uh, say that again.
Ooh.
And
Mm.
just
mm,
because you put on a good front
Mm,
Mm.
Mhm.
does not mean that people
mm,
can't see it.
that's
mm.
true.
Clock it.
Mhm.
Clock it. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
That's
All
so true.
right, y'all. Tina shut us down once again.
yeah, she knocked that one out the park.
I did.
Mhm.
Oh man.
For sure.
She sure did.
Uh,
As
Mm.
usual. As
Yep.
usual. Nah, Tina. Oh man. You see, like you be leaving us speechless up here, Tina. And I usually always have a lot to say.
Yep.
You you
Come on with
you
the gems.
I'm gonna have to watch you, Tina.
I know, like Tina, are you real? Like, or are you some sort of like mathematical,
Need to
grammatical,
be
like
president.
AI system? Yeah, like an AI system, and we all think she's real, but she's just like a system that's just here and coming up with the right answers and stuff like that.
Sent to live amongst us.
Yeah, right, right.
Tina Mo
Cam up,
AI.
cam up.
Lies and hot garbage.
I know that's
Hot garbage, y'all. Hot garbage.
All right, you know
love.
she real when she said hot garbage.
I know, right? With her chest.
Hot garbage. Yeah, RP Tina for president. I swear to God, I'd try to sway the votes any way I could.
They don't want two felons as president.
Yeah, they
Ridiculous.
yeah, they do. It'll be a it'll be a historic event. I bet you'll knock it out the park though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But they gonna be like, okay, well, we know you said you wanted to do so and so for this community, but like I know you is not talking to me. We gonna make this happen. You gonna sign right on this like dotted line, and then we're gonna go ahead and push this bill through.
I don't want it. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. I don't want it.
That part. That part.
Right.
You right.
I wouldn't be worth a quarter.
Yo, this word the quarter is taking me out. Like,
I know, right?
all right, then you won't be worth a quarter, but you two dimes in the nickel, okay?
I
Damn.
say, let her know. Let her know, neck
He
baby.
said 2 times in the neck.
Let her know, neck bone.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait. Mm-mm.
Ah, I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry.
See that? Danielle said, Amen. Sign me up for the campaign trail. Tina for vice president. They run the country anyhow. You're right.
Mm-mm.
You're right,
Mm-mm.
Danielle.
Danielle, you need to repent for that one.
Since she don't want to be president.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Listen, Tina, we just gonna blame the treadmill for that one.
Mm-mm.
Sister on the treadmill. She don't have enough blood flow to her brain. So
Oh,
let
mm,
the
I'm
no,
going in the
no,
corner.
no. We was just talking about the treadmill. Nope. Nope, no pause. Respectfully. Stick to it. What's good, bro? Thanks for joining.
Dick guard too, my brother.
All right, y'all. So, next question. Why do you think people fear emotional honesty? Cause it makes you appear weak.
Mm-hmm.
And then it
Invulnerable.
causes you have to be vulnerable to do that.
Yes.
Yep.
And judgment. You don't want to be judged.
Yeah.
Right. That part.
Man, if they not God, I don't care what their judgment is.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Because something that we're presenting is fraudulent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's another one.
Oh.
Oh, for real.
Because we either acting stronger than we actually are,
Mm-hmm.
smarter than what we actually are,
Mm-hmm.
more knowledgeable than what we actually are. We acting like we got more money than we actually have. We acting broker than what we actually got. It's all kind of ways that we can be deceptive because we don't want people in our business.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to being open, honest, direct, forthcoming, sometimes it is hard because then you have to be willing to admit, I'm not where I want to be and I'm not what I've been presenting.
Right.
That's good.
Mm. All
And
right.
you
So
never failure.
everybody that's watching, I'm broke and I don't have a job. And this is my mama's basement. Thank you.
Stop it.
You ain't right, sir. Just messy.
You have no idea.
You said, "I have no idea."
Talk about that fear of judgment. Where does that even come from? Sometimes the mismatch is a projection.
Hmm.
Oh my God. That
Oof. Uh,
bars.
yeah, that's
With the same measure you meet, it should be measured to you again.
Hey,
yep. Yep.
that
Absolutely. That's wild. Yeah.
part.
All right, y'all. Let's keep the topics rolling. Oh, that's wild. I definitely missed something. I gotta fix that. So we gonna skip that right now. So we got emotional honesty is uncomfortable but freeing.
Yeah.
Vulnerability opens the door to healing. Transparency attracts understanding, not weakness. Pain spoken becomes pain processed. Freedom begins when you name what's been weighing you down. Yep.
Oh my
Mm.
God. That is so true to be able to just be transparent enough to admit, what you feel like it's been holding you back.
Mm-hmm.
You it feels like a weight has been lifted when you're able to address those things that have weighted you down for so long, and you're able to navigate and walk into your healing, like one day, one step at a time.
Right.
I mean, truth be told, it's freeing, but it's costly. It's going to
It
cost you your ego.
yeah, that part. That
Mm,
mm, mm, mm, mm.
I agree, Tina.
That's very true. Okay.
Thank you. Stick to it.
Yeah, topic's been fire. I can get up there. I can't get up there do the work, but keep going. Tina, take it easy on him. Thank you.
Yes.
Pause.
I can't.
Yeah, pause. But okay, so yeah, no questions. Do you believe silence can be more damaging than the truth? Yep.
I agree.
Because um, if you don't address everything that's going on in that moment,
Mm-hmm.
you're putting that potential trauma, you putting it in a crock pot on low, and it's gonna eventually overflow or pause. Never mind.
You
Go for
good?
it, bro. Come on, finish it.
Come on, let's go.
Pause. No. Like it everything is just gonna it's just gonna explode at one point. Wow, pause. Damn.
Just talk. You good?
It's not gonna end up well at the end of the day. Like once you don't address things like when they happen, as they happen, in that point in time.
Yes.
Once those same triggers or issues resurface, yeah, it's gonna be ugly for somebody.
Silence is what's killing people, unaliving folks,
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
because they won't talk about how they're hurting or
Mm-hmm.
when they're hurting,
Yep.
including when they're hurting physically. There are
Mm.
Yes.
people that could have had a cure, could have had some kind of relief, and
Mhm.
left here because they weren't willing to say, "Hey, I'm in pain."
That part.
Mm.
Mm, dang, that's crazy.
I mean, the truth be told, when it comes to truth, the main thing that it tries is a person's ego.
Yes.
It is their own self-image, maybe.
Mm,
It's a thing that you don't want people to know per se, but
mm,
it's a thing of um trying to be so inundated with not wanting to people to know that you have a weakness and a vulnerability
mm,
that um that little bit of truth you feel like is going to take you out of here
right.
would actually be the very thing that will catapult you towards your healing.
Yes. For sure.
But it's
Very.
just going to cost you your reputation.
Uh, that part.
That's very true.
Yes, it
I
is.
mean, a lot of people don't have too good of a reputation anyway. So, I said that out loud.
Mm,
Oopsies.
That's real though, Elevate.
Dang, I gotta keep my thoughts to myself.
mm-mm. Put your
That's
thoughts out there.
yes. Go ahead and share it. It's all right. We need to hear it. Let's get it.
We're receptive to your thoughts.
That's right. Okay, after dark.
What Dark Horse say? If you're silent, it can cause more issues, and an endless amount of unresolved issues. Yeah, Dark Horse. Very true. Thanks for joining. We got Yvette in the building. So it's still in the building.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. Thank you for joining earlier, bro. But you know the vibe source. Okay. Everybody want to click but the one I'm trying to read. All right, y'all. So we got transparency invites healing, even if it hurts first. Healing requires discomfort. Real connections are built on truth, not performance. You can't fix what you won't face. Once you confront it, the weight starts to lift. Mm, mm.
It's that confronting it part that is not ever uh the easiest. Just that initial confronting, um, in your transparency. But once you are able to kind of like open yourself up to do that, then it
Mhm.
much easier. That doesn't mean it hurts less. That means
Right.
that as time goes on, it just gets better to deal with. Not that it won't hurt though.
Right.
I think a lot of times we have to look at it from the process of what surgery looks like.
Mm,
Surgery is a surgeon takes a scalpel or whatever it is that they have,
Mhm.
and they use it to cut you open, to expose what's wrong with you,
mm-hmm,
to cut that thing out of you, to sew you back together, and to give you the time for natural healing.
mm,
Sometimes we have to allow people to do the dirty work
Mhm.
of cutting us open, getting down to the core of our issues.
Mhm.
But it has to be done with precision. You cannot be transparent with everybody. You
no,
Mhm.
can no different than you cannot be transparent in a toxic situation either.
so true. So
Because even when it comes to that surgeon is going to make sure that everything in that area is clean and what's the word that what they use in the hospital?
Sanitize. Oh,
Sanitary. Yeah,
you said
sanitized. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? And
Oh shit,
so
I won. I won. Oh, sorry.
clean and sanitized. So that means someone has created a space that allows the opening up of an individual so that there's nothing in the environment that will hurt the person for opening up or being opened up.
Dang,
yeah, so true.
dang, Dr. Tina.
I know, right?
Here we go.
That's that was a heck of an analogy, Tina. Mm.
It it sure was.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Like I don't even want to ask when does the when do you stop with the awesomeness? Because that would have been a pause. But like, yeah. Hold on. What Rodney said? Confrontation means acknowledgement. Then it's real. A lot of people don't want it to be real, or as real as it needs to be in order to truly heal. Boy, Rodney, shut your mouth. Keep on talking, bro.
Talk what you gotta say.
Mm,
hmm
Oh,
dang,
Actual and factual.
so
that
true.
part. Right. So, question for everybody. How do you personally release emotions you've been holding on to for too long?
Get into that safe space.
Mm, that
Mhm.
part. It's the safe space that makes the difference because
The
you can't
state.
do stop it. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that that safe space makes a difference because every space is not safe at
Right.
all. And that when it's not safe, it could really be detrimental.
Agree.
So, so basically, we got to go to the hospital or no, stop.
Mm. Mm. I mean, and that it's rough because there are so many people that do not have that person or persons or system that allows them to be in a safe space where they can release those emotions.
Right.
Um, I dealt with that for a very long time,
Mhm.
where there were certain conversations I could not have. Those of you all who are on the older side, you know what it's like to have a generation of people who do not believe in talking about certain things.
Right.
Yes.
They don't make mention of it. It's not part of the conversation. There's no sitting at the table and having discussions as it pertains to certain things. And
Right.
because of that, they do not create safe spaces for the next generation. And so
Mm.
you have an entire generation of people that are looking to express themselves in a way, but don't know how to express themselves where it's safe. They're just looking for an outlet. And so you have a lot of people that are spewing things out to some of everyone when in fact it needed to be funneled into one particular area.
Yes.
But
Right.
the people have to learn what that looks like.
For sure.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one.
It is.
So Rodney said you need an outlet, whether it be other people or an activity.
So true.
It's true.
I
Mhm.
don't think it can be just left to an activity. I think a person needs to be able to say the thing that needs
Yeah.
to be said.
Absolutely.
All the jumping jacks in the world and all the weights you lift ain't gonna do nothing but pump you up and still have you broken inwardly.
That's the truth.
True indeed.
When you got a trusted person that you can open up to and share your heart with, that makes the difference, and it starts that healing process. I know for me, whenever I feel like super anxious, like I feel like
Mhm.
I just got to do something, I just got to keep busy, I just gotta, you know what I'm saying, pull everything out the closet and reorganize and put it back in, and I'm feeling like I'm going 100 miles an hour. It's in those moments that I need this. I take a moment to stop and see what it is that I'm trying to bury by busying myself,
Right.
because sometimes it's that, we have little reminders inside of ourselves to say, hey, this area right here, you're still hurting and you have to deal with whatever that is, you know. So that's how I try to navigate those spaces, by calling out and trust everybody. So, very few people that I trust. So if I let somebody inside, it's because I trust them. Pause, to help me navigate that space.
Right.
I feel like when it comes to activity, trying to funnel all of your emotions into an activity, all it's doing is helping you to practice avoidance.
Yes, for sure.
Eventually, you'll either implode or explode.
True indeed. That,
Implode, you find yourself with a heart attack.
mm,
You find yourself with a stroke. Explode, you done hurt somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. So that's a no-win type of situation.
Hmm.
Yep. We got Diamond in the building.
Hey, my girl, Danny,
Thank you for joining, Diamond.
Jessica.
Welcome in, Diamond.
Hey, Diamond.
All right. So so we got our last talking point. That was supposed to be our third talking point. Whatever. Ish happens. So we got hidden issues leak out through tone, body language, and behavior. You can't fake peace when your soul is heavy. Emotional suppression turns into miscommunication. Unaddressed tension changes how people treat each other. The truth will always find its way out. Look at that.
That is
I
so
like
true.
that one. That makes me think of Lauren Hill. How you gonna win when you ain't right with them?
That part.
So true.
And
Yeah.
pressure bust pipes.
That-
Yeah.
That part.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Either, either that or it creates diamonds. But yeah. Ooh, that was that was
But I don't
dope.
know any humans that's creating diamonds out of their bodies.
That is true.
There you go. That part.
That is true.
The human body nor the human mind is capable of doing it.
Mm,
And with that being the case, it's a thing of you have people that feel like I can handle more on my plate. I could take on some other things, other pressures. I like being able to juggle this and that and the other, when in fact, all you're doing is adding something else that's going to cause you to break after a while.
mm. That is very true. All right. All right, y'all. So we got our last question here. How can we create safer spaces for real conversations?
Be honest.
That part.
Take the first step in
Yeah.
being honest. Tell the truth.
Hmm.
That part.
Sometimes the safest space that you can have is the space that you create yourself.
Absolutely.
Um,
That's
it takes you
yeah.
saying, I'm going
Absolutely.
to
That's
put
it.
this day, this time, this moment to the side to talk to this person about this thing about what I'm going through.
Right.
You know,
And then even with that, can't you can't really vent to everybody, as we all
That's
should
true.
know at least, because you might just be talking to the enemy.
Oh yeah. Been there before.
A listening ear could be attached to some loose lips. Pause. But
That part. But that's the truth though. That
mhm.
is pause because it's a fact.
Okay, homebody Trish, what's up, homie?
Hey, Trish.
You at? Thank you.
like that money green.
Man, this shirt's so old. Like, thank you. I appreciate it. That's where I struggle at. I'm so honest. Yeah, I mean, we all got our struggles. We just gotta see. The thing is, you already know where you struggle at, so all you gotta do is work on it now.
Yeah.
I don't even
Right.
think it's an issue about being honest so much as you got to know who to talk to.
Who to be honest?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, who to expose yourself to. Nobody can. Yeah, I'm gonna say it anyway. Everybody can't be naked in front of everybody.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact
That's
100%.
so true. Facts.
You cannot.
You cannot disrobe emotionally, spiritually,
mm,
physically in front of everybody.
You
Nope.
hmm.
can.
With that being the case, guard your heart.
Yep,
Yes.
absolutely.
Understand that if you're vulnerable in the area as it pertains to honesty, you need to build yourself a community of individuals that can handle your honesty or be able to um cover you
Yeah.
while you're disrobing.
Exactly. Everybody's not meant to cover you because they cannot handle the nakedness. No fault.
Right. Word discernment. Yep.
For sure.
I be scared to use that word because so many people hijack it.
They do.
Discernment, and run with it. Um, and not to say it's a bad word. It's just that it's almost like narcissism.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes to use the term because they have a roundabout idea about what's going on, but they don't understand the actual mechanics.
Right.
And so, but the thing, what they can understand though, Y'all know I'm churchy. My bad. Tina, I hear you. Yeah, you fine. You fine. I mean, I have quoted probably a couple of scriptures today. But but like I said, it's one of those things where people don't understand the mechanics of what actual discernment is. And because of that, I'm
Mhm.
like, you need to figure it out.
Right.
Who it is that can handle you when you're bent over
Oh,
and your hindquarters are
oh,
showing.
oh,
There you go.
oh. What?
Back
Right.
on
I
the chair,
said it
brother.
like I said it for a reason.
Gonna have your
Because
back.
sometimes we can be in a space where we showing our tail. We're
That's true.
exposing ourselves in a
Oh,
way that's embarrassing.
okay.
We're
Yeah,
we're
Okay.
exposing ourselves in a way where other people can take advantage of us.
Okay.
But you need to know whose space that you're occupying that can see you and still respect you,
That's
though your
wild.
hindquarters are exposed.
that's right. That's right.
Thank you for the hindquarters, just then. Yeah, I use it quite frequently nowadays.
I know that's right.
I love that term. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Shout out to the hindquarters, I guess.
Hey, ain't no guessing about it.
I get it though. Oh man, I ain't gonna never wear green again.
Ah, I just said the green was cool. It,
Yeah,
it,
you on the screen too.
I
oh,
know, it's all good.
Girl, dad, thank you for joining.
Hey, my
Join,
girl,
he
dad, welcome, welcome, welcome.
joined. He joined in right at the very end of the show.
and Miss
Yes,
Jessica, I hope you weren't offended by my delivery. I know I could come on a little strong with my verbiage, and so, but I mean well in what I say in
yeah,
regards to, there's nothing wrong with being honest. There's
Right,
yeah,
nothing wrong with being forthcoming. There is
yeah,
nothing wrong with wanting to be transparent.
right.
However, make sure that you're in a space where it's safe to do so.
yeah,
Make sure that you're in a space where when you're talking, who you're talking to respects you, who you're
yeah,
talking to honors you, who you're talking to will let you know when you've said too much in front of the wrong people.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Right.
That's good.
Yes. All that.
Um. All right, Joe. So we're gonna wrap this one up here. I
Oh
thank
yeah.
everybody for joining. Once again, you could have been anywhere in these internet streets and you stuck around here. And I appreciate y'all. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Uh if you don't mind, drop me a like and a comment in the chat after the live. I really would appreciate it. Or whoever's channel you're streaming it through, drop them a like and a comment, please.
Yeah.
Thank y'all so much. We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same channel.
Yes.
Channels. Excuse me.
Yeah.
That was selfish. Everybody have a great night. I'll see you guys later.
Good
See you
night.
guys
Good
tomorrow.
night.